Jerusalem. A city whose very name stirs the soul and conjures images of ancient stones, sacred rituals, and the hopes of countless generations. The name echoes through history, a beacon in the modern world, resonating across continents and cultures. For thousands of years, Jerusalem has been a symbol of faith, of longing, and of the enduring human spirit. But what does it mean? Jerusalem translates to City of Peace, yet the meaning is layered, shaped by centuries of language, tradition, and belief. The name combines two Hebrew words, Yerushalayim, with Yeru, often interpreted as city, and Shalom, meaning peace. This fusion is not just linguistic but deeply symbolic, reflecting the city's role as a crossroads of peoples and ideas. Yet, it's more than a definition, it's an aspiration for harmony and unity. Jerusalem's name is a vision, a hope that transcends borders and beliefs, inviting all who enter to seek understanding and coexistence. Despite its turbulent past, Jerusalem's name holds the potential for peace. The city has witnessed conflict and reconciliation, sorrow and celebration, but its name endures as a reminder of what could be. This yearning is woven into the city's fabric, a place that has seen empires rise and fall, and where every stone tells a story of resilience and renewal. The layers of history here are not just physical, but emotional and spiritual. The name Jerusalem appears in the Bible 667 times, and as Zion over 150 times. These references are more than mere mentions, they are invocations of hope, longing, and divine promise, echoing through prayers and songs for millennia. Clearly, this city holds immense significance in sacred texts and in the hearts of many. Pilgrims, poets, and prophets have all been drawn to Jerusalem, each adding their own meaning to its name. The very name of Jerusalem is a prayer, a plea, and a promise, a timeless call for peace, unity, and hope that continues to inspire the world. Jerusalem's story is deeply intertwined with faith. Revered by Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, its significance is rooted in ancient scriptures. King David established Jerusalem as the capital of a unified Israel, elevating its status. His son Solomon built the first temple, housing the Ark of the Covenant. The temple became the heart of Jewish religious life, drawing pilgrims from across the kingdom. The Bible calls Jerusalem the city of the great king, where God's presence resided. Jerusalem became a symbol of God's covenant and faithfulness. Jerusalem's story is marked by both darkness and hope. For thousands of years, this ancient city has stood at the crossroads of faith, conflict, and renewal. Its streets have witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the prayers of countless generations, and the dreams of people longing for peace. Old Testament prophets warned of the city's downfall for straying from God's path. Their voices echoed through the narrow alleys and stone courtyards, calling the people to return to justice, mercy, and faithfulness. These warnings were not just dire predictions, but heartfelt pleas for transformation and renewal. Their warnings came true. Jerusalem faced siege, conquest, and destruction. The city's walls were breached, its temple reduced to rubble, and its people scattered in exile. Yet, hope persisted even in the darkest times as the memory of Jerusalem's former glory inspired resilience and faith. The prophets also spoke of restoration, envisioning a rebuilt city founded on justice and righteousness. They painted vivid pictures of a Jerusalem where peace would reign, where nations would gather, and where the wounds of the past would be healed. Their words offered a vision of a future filled with hope and possibility. This promise comforted people during exile, reminding them of God's enduring love. Even far from home, the exiles clung to the hope that one day they would return, rebuild, and restore what was lost. The dream of Jerusalem became a symbol of perseverance and faith in the face of adversity. The prophetic vision of Jerusalem transcended history, speaking to a universal longing for renewal. Across centuries and cultures, people have looked to Jerusalem as a beacon of spiritual promise, a place where the human spirit can rise above conflict and division. It's a hope that resonates with anyone yearning for peace and reconciliation. In Jerusalem's story, we find a reflection of our own deepest desires: to heal, to rebuild, and to live together in harmony, no matter our differences. Jerusalem's future remains a symbol of the ultimate triumph of good over evil, a reminder that even after devastation, the promise of renewal endures, inspiring generations to believe in a brighter tomorrow. Jerusalem's significance goes beyond politics and history. For Jews, it's linked to Abraham, who met Melchizedek and faced the test of sacrificing Isaac on Mount Moriah. The binding of Isaac is commemorated by Jews and Christians, symbolizing faith and obedience. For Christians, Jerusalem is where Jesus lived, ministered, and was crucified. Here Jesus challenged religious hypocrisy and prayed in Gethsemane before his crucifixion. Outside the city on Calvary, Jesus was crucified, an event central to Christian belief. Jerusalem is a city where faith and history are inseparable. Today, Jerusalem is a vibrant metropolis, a tapestry of cultures and faiths. As Israel's capital since 1948, its modern identity is deeply tied to its ancient past. The old city's winding streets are filled with markets, synagogues, mosques, and churches. The city's population is diverse, predominantly Jewish, with significant Muslim and Christian Arab communities. This diversity enriches Jerusalem but also adds to its political and social complexity. Modern Jerusalem strives to balance its heritage with the needs of its people. It's a city constantly evolving, where ancient and modern worlds meet. Jerusalem's importance extends far beyond politics. It is a city where the past and present are woven together, where every stone and street corner tells a story that has shaped civilizations for thousands of years. Its ancient walls have witnessed empires rise and fall, and its sacred sites have drawn pilgrims, conquerors, and dreamers from every corner of the globe. Revered by Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, each faith has deep connections and sacred sites here. The city's spiritual magnetism is undeniable, and its streets echo with prayers in Hebrew, Arabic, and countless other languages. For centuries, Jerusalem has been a crossroads of faith, culture, and history, where traditions intertwine and sometimes collide. For Jews, Jerusalem is the holiest city, home to the Temple Mount and the Western Wall, a symbol of resilience and faith. The Western Wall, also known as the Kotel, is all that remains of the Second Temple, destroyed nearly 2,000 years ago. Here, generations have come to mourn, to hope, and to celebrate, leaving handwritten prayers in the cracks of its ancient stones. For Christians, Jerusalem is the sacred ground where Jesus lived, preached, was crucified, and, according to Christian belief, rose from the dead. The city is a living testament to the stories found in the New Testament, and its streets are walked by millions, seeking to retrace the steps of Christ. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre marks these events, drawing millions of pilgrims. Within its ancient walls, visitors from around the world gather to pray, reflect, and connect with the profound mysteries of their faith. The church is a mosaic of traditions, with different Christian denominations sharing its sacred spaces. Walking the Via Dolorosa, the path believed to trace Jesus' final journey, connects Christians to the heart of their faith. Each station along the way is a place of prayer and remembrance, a living ritual that has endured for centuries. For Muslims, Jerusalem is the third holiest city, after Mecca and Medina. It is known as Al-Quds, the Holy, and holds a special place in Islamic tradition and devotion. Islamic tradition holds that the Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven from here during the miraculous night journey, known as Isra and Miraj. This event is commemorated by the magnificent Dome of the Rock, whose golden dome shines as a beacon of faith and history. The Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque, both on the Temple Mount, are central to Islamic tradition. These sites are not only places of worship but also symbols of the enduring connection between Jerusalem and the Muslim world. This shared religious significance makes Jerusalem a focal point for interfaith dialogue. People of all backgrounds come together here, searching for a sense of belonging in a city that means so much to so many. Yet it also contributes to the city's ongoing tensions and complexities. The very sites that inspire awe and devotion can also be flashpoints for conflict, as different communities strive to protect their heritage and assert their identities. In Jerusalem, the sacred and the contested are never far apart, making it a city of both hope and challenge, a place where the world's faiths meet and where history is still being written every day.